What's going on, YouTube? This is BBSP coming at you one more time and everything. You know what I mean? The game of the night last night was between the Brooklyn Nets and the Golden State Warriors, and I gotta say, man, the Golden State Warriors right now, they look tough. They look real tough, man. Steph Curry sound like he's back to form. He had 37, 7 and 5. Draymond Green doing his usual all-around play with 11, 8, and 6. You know, he's one of those players where what he does doesn't really show up on the stat sheet. You know what I mean? He did one hell of a job, limiting Kevin Durant, who had 19. Very rare off game from him. Very rare off game from him. And also limiting James Harden. Limited James Harden with 24, 4, and 4. Andrew Wiggins, who's taking up the Harrison Barnes role, had 19, and Jordan Poole, who's slowly emerging in that team, he had 17. You know, Steph Curry. I never, be honest with you, I knew Steph was great. Okay, I knew Steph was great, but I didn't really buy into his dominance. He's probably right now the fourth best point guard of all time. I was thinking about putting him ahead of Isaiah at one point, but I had to think about really had to think about what Isaiah accomplished in his career. And his resume, Isaiah's resume. So for me, Steph right now is probably the fourth greatest point guard of all time. But I tell you what, right now, the season he's putting together so far, it's like nothing short of extraordinary, man. You know what I mean? I gotta give credit where credit's due. Like I said, I really wasn't buying into Steph Curry's dominance as comparison to the other players in the league. Other players in the league, I felt like they brought more to the table and shit. They were more dominant and everything, but he's basically, you can make the argument that he's got even better. Steph Curry has gotten even better. The three-point shot is money. He's put on more size, considerably more size as to, he was kind of on the athletic side, but now he has more muscle to his frame, added to the fact that it didn't affect his play at all. It's not affecting his play at all on that added weight, And I tell you what, Golden State, man. Golden State, they look tough right now, man. They look real tough. And if they keep this up, Steph Curry's going to be the MVP, hands down. Hands down, he's going to be the MVP, He probably might take unanimous MVP again, And the scary part about this team is Klay Thompson hasn't been back yet. We all know what Klay Thompson has. Klay Thompson, I mean, goddamn, you can make a case that he's the second best shooter in the league right now, right behind Steph, and maybe the second best shooter of all time behind Steph. And in some cases, Klay Thompson in the past has had better games and more dominant games instead adds to the fact that Klay Thompson is a two-way player, And I tell you what, this team, man, they look very formidable right now, man. I know it's early. I know I'm going against my better judgment, jumping to conclusions, man. But I tell you what, this team right now, they should be right now. They should be the title favorites because the way they dismantled the Brooklyn Nets, and mind you, Brooklyn Nets was on a 7-game win streak, 5-game win streak. And they came in a building and dismantled them. Basically dismantled the Brooklyn Nets. And it's crazy how this is starting to feel like 2016 all over again. Steph Curry breaking records, scoring all these points, shooting records, shooting anywhere. The only thing that's missing is Klay Thompson. And once Klay Thompson comes back, they're going to be even more scarier. You know, it's and for sure they're going to be the one seed in the Western Conference. Unless an injury happens to Steph Curry to where he missed a whole lot of games, or there's a setback with Klay Thompson, and even James Wiseman. James Wiseman hasn't played a game yet. But I think hands down right now, they're hands down the best team in the West. And as of today, you got to favor them to win the whole thing, you know, because the ball movement, the defense, and they're elite offensively. This is like 2016 all over again, except they got a good mix of veteran and young players. And goddamn, Iguodala's still on that team, and he's still being effective, you know. And the way they just dismantled the Brooklyn Nets, and you know what? I'm gonna get to them in a later video, man, because once again, certain people in the media, certain clowns in the media are like treating Kevin Durant with kid gloves. This guy, you know, he's a great player, but he's supposed to be the best player in the league, right? But he's being treated like kid gloves. You know, there's certain guy in LA that's gonna be nameless because this is not what this video is about. He'd be getting scolded to the 21st power if he had that kind of game last night. But we know what time it is with that shit. But anyway, Golden State Warriors look tough right now, man. And Steph Curry, he could be on his way to another unanimous MVP. I know there's other candidates and shit. You got John Moran out there. You got Jokic, who's been balling. Of course, KD. Of course, after last night, KD might have slipped to third right under Jokic. But, yeah, Golden State in the fumble, man. But they can stay healthy, man. And if Klay Thompson come back, they're going to be tough to beat overall, man. They're going to be very, very tough to beat. Hit like, subscribe, and I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute.